Go
I
ahead.
consider stepdads to be good men because you're raising somebody that is not even like your own, but you're building that person up. Even when people are trying to tear you down and be like, oh, like you could do better for yourself. Well, maybe you found something that's better. You found kids that is value to you, and you're instilling your wisdom and passing on to the knowledge to those children.
Just because a few or a lot of men could do it, don't mean a good man doesn't have to be far and few in between. Plenty of men could be good men. It's not like, you know, a rarity. I meet good men all the time.
Yeah, but so you know what, Chris, you go. You go first, and then I'll add a little bit more to that.
No bullet point answers.
No bullet
Just
point
one.
answer. You saw her face. She was like, "Damn, that's all I had."
Because I was gonna say, oh, I agree with Danielle, but I can't say that now.
Yeah.
The
I
bullet
guess
point answers are always easy.
yes,
You
they
get what I'm
are.
saying? Like that's where if you go across any channel on YouTube, you'll hear, "Oh, a good man can pay the bills. A good man can wear a nice pair of khakis and look nice in them." Like good men. But but I want an example, like something that you would see a guy doing. You're like, wow, that's like I admire that. I want to be with that guy because he's able to do something like that.
Something small that my partner does if we ever go out at night, or really any time of the day, but especially at night, and he's going in, but I'm not. Like, let's say I'm sitting in the car while he runs and does whatever he has to do. He'll like stand outside the car and like wait for me to lock the doors, and then he'll like smile at me and walk away just to make sure that
Wait.
So after he gets
Wait.
out of the car,
Okay.
he'll look at me and then be like, and he's telling me to lock the door. So I lock the door. He listens for it to lock. Then he may test it, and then he'll walk away because
Okay.
I don't want to
Making
go
sure you're safe.
inside to make sure I'm safe.
Uh,
And
okay.
then another thing that he does, so he travels a lot for work, and so he'll send for me to go wherever he is. Yes,
Okay.
Danielle, that's my feeling exactly. um, and that's really nice. It's nice to know that he wants me around, even when he's at work. He just wants to know that I'm somewhere close.
Okay.
Yeah.
100 watts said I'm looking to get custody of all my kids now.
Good
Good for you,
luck.
man. Good for you. A few good men. Well, I mean, I don't know. Simon, if you come up, I'd like you to explain what you mean by a few good men. Because I think there are a lot of good men out here. But,
Lots.
oh, that's also what I wanted to preface it. There are, there's a good man that's doing actions with an agenda. Would that still be considered a good man?
No.
Wait,
So
ask the
if
question
there's
again.
an agenda tied behind his actions, would he still be considered a good man?
No, he's calculated. I don't like that.
It depends on the agenda. I don't know.
Most of the time, when
Um,
somebody's setting an agenda, it's not a good thing.
Having this conversation because I've had this conversation a couple of times, and what I've come up with so far is that a good man is someone that is thoughtful. That's the best way to describe it. That's I want to say that's probably the best bullet point of a good man is someone that is thoughtful. His actions have no his actions have no agenda behind it. When there's an
Like, I'm
agenda
doing this to
behind
get this. So I'm doing. I just want to do this.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people nowadays do things with an agenda. A lot of guys nowadays date with an agenda. They don't date to get to actually know the person. And I mean, me personally, I'm someone that what's this? Hold on. You guys are blowing up the chat a little bit. So a man is good because he will care for his own child. Whoa. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that goes without saying. But you know what?
It wasn't the caring for his own child. It was to take full responsibility for this child. Like, the mother doesn't help at all. Just because you're good, you don't have to be extraordinary to be good. It don't have to be something absurd. I don't know why people look for like an extraordinary answer for a good man. A good man is just that. He's a good guy. It's not like, oh, he's a superhero. He's leaping buildings in a single bound. Like, what? No. He has good character. A good man is just a simple, decent, moral person that just does what he's supposed to do. He does the right thing. That's a good man.
M3, what do you got to say on this one, man? What is a good man? What is an example of a good man? Drop some knowledge.
Well, I would definitely say like everything that Danielle said is definitely right. It's definitely about the character when it comes to it. But in the comments, I did also mention that, a good man is a man that really holds true to his value. See, a lot of people could claim to be good, and I know you guys mentioned like an agenda, but if you have an agenda for something, that's not being true to who you are. You're just doing it out of like, your own personal like intent. But like I said before, if you're true to like your own value and you're holding like the person around you down, that what makes you as a good man. Maybe just a good man in general, a good person. I'm sorry, person. I meant.
Give me an example of a value that would be considered a good man's quality.
A man that's like, taking care of like your household, taking care of your kids. Even if you like, I'll give you an example. Remember when we had the topic about like when we was talking about like stepdads? Okay. I consider stepdads to be good men because you're raising somebody that is not even like your own, but you're building that person up. Even when people are trying to tear you down and be like, oh, like you could do better for yourself. Well, maybe you found something that's better. You found kids that is value to you, and you're instilling your wisdom and passing on to the knowledge to those children because they don't have a father for their own to help, be built up in their self-esteem. And maybe your role is to like build that self-esteem up for those children. There's plenty of examples I could also give too, though, but it depends like on person's value.
Because my thing is the reason why I asked this, and especially I want to emphasize an example because a lot of times in these different channels, a lot of people give bullet point answers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's values, morals, this, that, and it's never anything tangible. It's never anything that, hey, can I replicate this and kind of understand the feeling of what a good man would do and get like really put myself in the shoes of that good man's action and understand why I'm doing that. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, in your opinion, right? What do you think like a good man would be? If you mind if I ask?
A good man?
Mm-hmm. If you give me one example.
Yeah. Okay. A good man would be someone that if he's going to the store and he knows his wife likes a certain set of flowers. You know what? Scratch that. He will find out if he's talking to a girl. He'll find out the flower that she likes, and probably randomly send it to her at some random point. She'll have no idea it's even coming, but when she gets it, she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting." He had no agenda. There's no agenda behind it besides I want this person to know that I was thinking about them, and I want them to feel good that they got this.
Okay.
So that would be a good man's action. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Basically, what you're elaborating is someone like who is more on a thoughtful type of side. Like, hey,
correct.
Okay, like she likes she likes speaking French. So let me go out my way to like give her some like French audiobooks or something,
there you go.
or write a poem to her like in French, even though I don't know how to speak French or read it. But yeah,
so sweet.
My wife is giving me a thumbs up because I did that before.
Hey, my guy.
Thank you.
But all right, I'm sorry, M3. Let's jump on to the rest of the panel. John, I'm finally glad your thing's working, my man.
Finally.
But you're muted.
All right, so I grew up on the whole headphone thing. I'm just gonna move today, gonna make back and forth between my
Okay.
workstation and here. It works a lot, or I might just get some headphones just for work, man. Something. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, so a good man is selfless, like period. A good man is selfless because selfless encompasses a lot of acts. You understand? So if a man is selfless, he's probably not abusive. If a man is selfless, he's probably going to be a good parent. If a man is selfless, he doesn't lack understanding, and a man is selfless will also be willing to acknowledge his own flaws and learn from previous mistakes. So if I was going to encompass one word, use one word to describe a good man and then avoid those bullet point answers, because I mean, I'm not talking about Danielle's example because I know about that example in detail. So I'm just gonna leave that one. But if you
Right.
a parent, nigga, you ain't a good man because you a good parent. That's your damn job. You laid with that woman, you got her pregnant. That's your damn job. Like I don't really like it when a nigga say, "Oh, I'm babysitting." Nigga, you ain't babysitting. Who you watching? The neighbor's kids? Because if they came from you, nigga, you being a parent, you parenting right now. That's what you're doing. You're not babysitting. You parenting. I mean,
Okay.
y'all split that duty. They need to see you around. They need to talk to you, but whatever. So that doesn't make you good. I know plenty of niggas is great with the kids, but terrible with the woman in front of the kids. So is he a good man? Is he even a good parent? I know dudes who take their kids out, but it's an agenda behind it. They take them out so they can get attention from women, and they'll bring them right back if ain't nobody biting. But if they biting, it keep the kids out all damn day. Is that a
Not
good
even
man?
pay attention to the kids either.
What you gonna say? Oh, he's such a good man.
But that's not a
No,
good parent.
you don't know nothing about him because he with his damn kids. You just know one thing. Are those your kids? Yep. He can reproduce. You know that. That's what you know. That's all you know at that point. That this nigga can make babies. Period. At least however old that child ago is, then you know that much. Quit reading into shit. They don't make him a good man.
Okay.
Selfless. He's selfless. He put other people's needs, to include strangers and others, above himself and what he needs. He's selfless. Not selfish, but he's selfless.
He's selfless.
Yeah. Selfless, but not a simp.
100 watts. Oh, that's a good point. I want to touch on that. We're gonna touch on that. But 100 watts, right? Are you
Yeah,
right? Okay, okay, okay.
yes.
Listen, appreciate you coming up on the panel, my man. Just saw you on M3, so I'm glad you could make it to mine. But
Yeah,
what we talking,
salute.
man?
So the only I just wanted to push back on a small thing, right? That one word, what was the one? What was the word you said? A man doesn't hey, I'm sorry. He doesn't have. This is what I'll say. I think
Agenda,
a good
agenda.
agenda, that's the word, agenda, have an agenda. I think that's just a bad word. I think that is just a word that has a negative connotation, right? Because I think a good man understands that there has to be an intention in all of the decisions that he makes, right? You have to understand the positive and negative from all of the decisions that you make. You have to move with intention. So even the example that you gave with giving flowers, like, I'm not really looking for something. I'm not looking for you to give me something, but I understand what this is going to bring to you. I understand the intention in making this move. I know that when I buy you these flowers and you receive them, it's going to make you feel a certain type of way. You're going to think of me. You're going to smile when you see them. You're going to want to smell the flowers. Every time next time you walk down the street, you see those same flowers in the window of a store. You're going to think of me when you see those flowers again. Like, there has to be intention in the moves that you make, because when you're making moves without intention, then you're just doing whatever So then that goes into what John was just talking about, right? Like being selfless versus being selfish. So when you're aware of what happens behind every decision that you make, you're moving with intention. So an objective, I think, is a bad word, but I think that men do need to be aware of the repercussions, positive or negative, from every decision that they make. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you are taking care of kids, right? Because like I said, I have 3 children that I'm trying to get custody of right now. That's not some I agree with him. Like that's my responsibility. You feel me? Like I'm their father. I'm supposed to be in their life. I'm supposed to be around them and teaching them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm saying that because I'm trying to get a gold medal. Is the only reason I brought that up is just because you're talking about it's far and few between where you hear of men trying to take on that responsibility 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But the intention, you have to be aware of the intention behind the decisions that you're making is what I would.